Yes, much better, much better. I
Much
was
better.
bad sick last week. I'm back now. I'm finally we could record this episode.
Hmm.
So, what are we going to talk about today?
Just like people don't care about my, like dental hygiene, they don't care about your sickness also. So keep that in mind. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So keep that in mind always.
Cool.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, what are we going to talk about today?
So today our topic is do people really like need why do people always need a shortcut to making money and becoming rich? Why can't
That's
they
how humanity is built, I think.
put in the effort? Like why can't they put in some work? At least do something and then like not expect a shortcut. Like what are your thoughts on that?
Simple. That's how humanity is built.
What do you mean?
See, shortcut to money is the whole point why people do all these things. Okay.
Uh,
But we are going to specifically talk about creators and startups because that's the space we use to talk about things. But if you take the entire humanity, it's built upon how people can scam other people to make more money. That's the whole point of even running a business and everything. But not every business does that. Okay. See,
hmm.
even when someone like a very from like a fresher or someone who just is getting out of college,
Hmm.
people have like this high expectation of what they want in life.
Hmm.
Right. See, it's okay to have goals that are like to the stars, but you can't have expectation that are to the stars. You
Hmm.
have to be realistic at some point. See.
But the problem is there are people who are
Hmm.
getting so much money. You see all these, oh, this thing was that this dude got a Google package for over 1 crore. And like even designers who are getting like 20 lakh package. And that's where they come and they
Oh,
go,
these are freshers.
yeah, dude, like these IIT and all, like you see, and not even IIT these, like
Hmm.
many colleges, they get like this, oh yeah, 1 crore package or 50 lakh package, this many lakhs package. And people are like, oh shit, so we can actually get so much. We can afford so much. But
I think in this scenario, we both are the idiots who didn't go to a nice college and we didn't
I
get
know.
placed.
I know. I mean, like
I think we are the
I
idiots.
did, but I did not go for the placements. One stupid, I'm like, I'm not going to go for tech. And now I'm like, shit, I should have just done something in tech. I would have been like minting money right now. But
Hmm.
I'm happy with my decision. I have to live with
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
again, coming back to this, do you think like since we spoke about ethics and everything, do you think
Hmm.
there is no ethical way to make a lot of money? Do you think there is, you need to be unethical to make a lot of money? And because we see there's so many, all these businessmen,
Hmm.
they all are like doing some unethical stuff, or like, I don't know, that's what like we hear, right? People even say. So is there an ethical way to make a lot of money? What do you think?
You want my honest answer or polished up answer?
I want your honest answer. This
Okay,
is
then don't complain if you get cancelled. Okay, so I'm giving this disclaimer before. Okay, see, even companies that are very good companies, like let's take Tata for example, we
yeah.
know how good Tata and everything is,
Mm.
but sometimes you have to bend rules. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do so that you can make more money.
Mhm.
See,
What do you mean?
that is the nature of every single business. Okay, see,
Mhm.
whenever you are small, when you are making like revenue of like 3 or 4 lakhs per month or 30, 40 lakhs per year,
Mhm.
all these things won't matter at all. Okay, see, I can give you a very reasonable answer. Okay, so my father has been in the printing industry for the past 35 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's built a very sustaining business in a very small city inside Tamil Nadu.
Mhm.
Okay, see, I'll tell you what exactly my father is. Okay, this might sound like why are people like this? Okay, this might sound that way to a lot of people, but this is the truth. Okay, see, there are people who want stuff printed without GST.
Yeah.
So what they do is, brother, don't you don't bill that. I'll give you in cash. You go and deposit in your bank account. So my father is like, okay, he takes the cash. So he makes a fake bill under the GST, under a random GST name. Okay, see, but one thing you have to understand in the product industry is because you pay 18% GST, but you can get the GST back. Once you pay the GST, you can get the GST back due to this GST claims. Okay,
Mhm.
claims and refunds. So what he does, he puts the money in, shows accounts to that, and gets the money back. Okay,
Yeah.
so my father does it, but you can't build wealth by this,
Yeah. Of
right?
course.
If you have to become crazy rich, you
Mhm.
have to have cash. You have to have money that is very unaccountable to the business, to the government. See, this
Okay.
is not a very this is not something that you should talk about this publicly, but see, there are unethical ways and there are really ethical ways to make money, right? See,
Mhm.
whatever money, let's say for example, you work at a very reputed social media company, right? I am not with a social media company, but let's say for example, you go into a career where you're making more than 20 lakhs per month.
Mhm.
There is no chance for you to hide that money, right?
Yeah.
There is literally no chance for you to hide that money.
Yeah.
There is no possible way in books. See, you can work around the rules. You can put money in tax saving, health, and all these things. But
Exactly.
ultimately, that money is accounted.
Yeah.
Nothing goes as black.
Mhm.
Whatever you get, it is only transferred through your bank accounts. So,
Mhm.
see, whenever you're trying to grow in a company, so this is something that people will have to be okay with. You
Mhm.
can't just go to your office and say to your manager, like, give me 50% in account, 50% in cash. But this happens in small businesses.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I have people who come to me asking, brother, 50% will pay you in account, 50% you take in cash, and let's do the dealing. I'm like, see, sometimes when it's a very huge business, you have to be okay with it,
Yeah. Mhm.
right? For the sake of the business, for the sake of keeping the company running, you have to be okay with it. But there is a limit.
Yeah.
This is not a
I'll
very ethical way of saying.
I'll not stretch this so that like IT department doesn't come to your home. But anyhow,
Yeah.
let's move on. But what do you think about these startup founders or at least early stage, like all these college students, especially people
Mm,
who
mm.
start and will be like, I'll become rich today. I'll just go, I'll get some startup funding from a VC and I'm done. So what do you think about that? Like, I mean, I heard you say it's like people want that easy way out.
Yeah.
They don't want to put it.
Mm.
Like, so what are your thoughts on that?
See, one thing what people right now have in mind is whenever someone wants to get into the startup space, they don't want to work. See,
Hmm.
they have an idea. See, ideas anyone can have.
Yeah.
It's not like ideas reserved for the chosen people. See,
Yeah.
the work that you do, the product that you actually build, the stuff that you actually do is what is reserved for you.
Yeah.
Ideas, it's free for anyone,
Hmm.
right? So just by having an idea, you don't expect VC to come and give you crores and crores of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. See, even in our previous episode, in the Shark Tank episode, Pranay spoke about, so he was there in two funding. So he was there inside like two VC meetings when it was about funding. I've been in a couple of VC meetings myself. So uh, some things that people don't understand right now, it's not easy to make money. See,
Yeah.
there are some easy ways. There are people who are actually making money very easily, but that's not the case for anyone. If
Hmm.
the entire world can make money easily, this world will come crumble.
We've seen that happen also. Like, say, take the content creation space itself. When
Mm,
one person, like when finance with Sharon got the idea of like, oh yeah, let me do a sketch reel will
mm,
explain finance topics, and that worked for him. Once that worked for him, a million other people are doing the exact
ah,
same carbon copy paste exact same thing, and it became crowded. Now you take any finance creator, you'll find
mm.
at least one video in their profile where they've done that sketch, that skit wala thing. And
See, see
because
that a lot of people do.
easy way to make rich, to make money as well, they feel.
Yeah, technically, yes. See,
Yeah,
once again, what people have to understand is that just because it worked for someone doesn't mean it will work for you.
exactly.
Right. So that is one thing people have to agree with. See, even take content creation space, for example, right? See, a million people are doing marketing podcast, million people are doing startup podcast, but yet we are doing it, right?
Yeah.
There are
Mm.
people who are better than us who can talk about the stuff we talk about. There are people worse than us who can talk about these stuff. But the reason why we still do it because we try to give that X factor that no one has.
Yeah.
We try to build that. See, I'm not saying we are the best at what we do. I'm
Yeah.
just saying we try to be the best, at least the best version of ourselves. See,
Mm.
even when it comes to this all this going into new companies, when you're looking for a job and everything, the first thing you want to make sure is you have enough amount of knowledge and experience in that space.
Yeah.
That is one thing. See, when you're working as an intern, all you need is just curiosity, just willingness to learn. But when you're going to a company where people you are expecting to get paid money to work, you
Mhm.
have to make sure you can give that quality output.
Mhm.
See, there are a lot of people who come out of college with sky high expectations. Okay, so I'll tell you the story that happened. Okay, this happened like 1 or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember the exact date. Okay, so I put out a job posting on Behance asking I wanted to hire a full-time graphic designer. Okay. So I did not look for any experience or anything. I was like, good portfolio, good knowledge in that field is more than enough. That was my entire requirement. Okay. So
Yeah.
I got a few applications. So I was speaking with a couple of people who were like okayish this thing profiles and everything. So there was this one particular person who is from Delhi. So that particular person had a was from a reputed design college in Delhi, and the starting salary expectation was 20 lakhs per annum.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you look at that portfolio, not one company, I don't think any company in the planet is ready to pay 20 lakhs to that particular person.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And see, even if you know your stuff, if you're really good at what you do, see, as I told you, experience doesn't matter at all when it comes to certain areas. See, if you're a surgeon, of course experience matters.
Yeah.
You always pick a surgeon who has done 1,000 surgeries over a person who's
Yeah,
done
you don't
just
want a talented surgeon. Huh? Like, yeah, he
yeah,
has more talent,
yeah,
but he has only 1 year of experience.
exactly.
This person has like 10 years of experience, but average talent, I'll go with the 10 years.
Yeah, right. See, but content creation, design, and writing and everything is a field where experience doesn't matter at all. If
Yeah.
you're good at what you do, it doesn't matter. Only when you're in a corporate company where your experience matters, when your profile matters, and everything matters. But when you're looking for a startup, when you're looking at the job, all that matters is that you have a good profile and you're good at what you do.
The intent to
The
come and
intent to come and work. Yeah, the intent to come and work every single day is what matters the most. But these people, they don't understand this at all.
so
See,
is there a way like they can make good money as well? Like if people want to know what's the shortcut to making a lot of money, what would you tell them? Like, I mean, not a shortcut, but what is
hmm,
the right way to make a lot of money according to you, especially for budding people?
okay, let's take like social media content creation for example, right? So there are people who like create content for other clients. So I make content for some of my clients, right? So you know that, let's say for example, I hire a designer, like say I pay them 20,000 per month to do certain things. Okay. uh let's say I am charging that client 60,000 per month. Okay, 20,000 goes to the designer, 20,000 goes to the content writer, and 20,000 comes to me just to manage this project. Just assuming a random number. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to make money, the only thing you can do is go outside, find that client yourself, take that project, outsource that design project to one content writer. So pay that content writer 20K, take that 40K for yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, this is one simple method to make more money, but you have to make sure you have the skill set to manage that entire project, design that entire project, and manage that entire workload. See, I
Mhm.
did this for a good number of years. Back in Sports Kira, even though I had a company that was running it full time, I was
Mhm.
still working as a freelancer because I liked working as a freelancer.
Yeah.
Because that was actually when I can do design stuff. And when you're running a company, you don't get to work on a lot of these things. That is some issue that I'm facing right now also. See,
Yeah.
I like designing, and there is not enough time for me to do designs. So that's why I was like, even I spoke with you and everyone, like, okay, let's divide the task. I'll give managing to other people. I will make sure I work as a designer, like part-time manager and full-time designer also.
Mhm.
So these are some workarounds that you have. But when it comes to coming to a new company and everything, first of all, expectation. See, you don't have to work for free. You don't have to work for like a very basic salary or not. But
Mhm.
you have to have that intent to learn and have a at least have some good portfolio to demand that kind of money. You have
Build your
some
portfolio,
humanity.
build some
Yeah.
experience, and then like
Yes.
demand the money. Money will,
Yes.
of course, will also
Money
come.
will of course come. Yeah.
And even if you're like doing a business or even if you want to do anything, do the work, right? Like, I mean,
Mm.
put in the effort, do the work so that like you can at
Mm.
least an MVP when you go into the VC.
Yes, even if you're in a startup space, you make sure you have at least some kind of work, at least a Figma level of design to show what that product is. So at least I can
Yeah.
click one button, it goes to another screen. Don't
Yeah.
just go with a random PDF idea and pitch it.
Yeah.
Just try to do something, put in actual effort. So that's when you will see the end results, right? See, even with Brew Market, what we're doing right now, see, we are paying people to do some of our work is because we've been around a few startups, we've been around a few companies, and we know exactly what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Even after all this experience, we are constantly screwing up. It's not like whatever we are doing is perfect. We are every single day there is a fuck up with the schedule. Your
Yeah.
fault, my fault, content, video, some fault. It happens,
Yeah.
right? You can't blame one single person for this. The entire team has to take the blame,
Mm.
right? But once again, whenever we are the manager, when you are the manager, when I am the manager, we have to be responsible for that fall.
Mhm.
right? So yeah, shit happens, but make sure most of the reason why a lot of startups succeed is because the founders do the work themselves. The
Exactly.
more of the work that the founders do themselves, the startup succeed is because they exactly know what they want. They have the vision.
Again, as we were speaking, like it's about like having that ownership mentality, right?
Yes, having that ownership mentality.
You are an owner of a particular baby product, whatever, you will put
Hmm.
your 110% also. You won't
Hmm.
mind like not sleeping also and ensuring that the thing is
Hmm.
perfect and it is out. It is
Hmm.
out. It's shipped properly from like start to finish. You will
Hmm.
put in more effort and you will do it, but you can't expect
Hmm.
someone else to do it for you.
Hmm.
So that's how it should be like when you are starting up as well. Like
Yes.
you need to have control. I know it is a lot of micromanaging and whatever as well,
Hmm.
but initially when you are starting off, you need to have that, right?
Hmm.
Just
Yeah.
to grow in this
Hmm.
in other space.
So
Yeah,
yeah, that's it basically. Whenever you want to work, take ownership. Make sure you actually do the work and then demand money.
yeah.
So
Do the work. Do the
yeah,
work.
do the work.
Get your hands dirty.
Yeah,
Go in and like do it.
yeah,
Right.
bro. Don't curse, bro. We will get demonetized.
Sorry. I will.
Yeah, we are going to add a beep. Make sure you tell the video editor if this goes out with that curse word, I'm cursing you. So this is your job to make sure there is a beep there.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So,
On that note, we
note-
end this week's podcast, the
yeah,
today's Hopefully Marketing podcast.
yeah.
And I hope you guys got to learn something. And
I don't think they did.
yeah, that's
But
why I
yeah,
said I hope you guys
yeah,
learned
yeah.
something. And we'll see you in the next podcast. See you.
Yep,
Bye
yep.
bye.
Bye bye.